Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Total War Rome 2 Divinity at Impera as Rome. We're picking up where we left off, having just defended Thapsos now for the 4th time. Gnaeus Agrippa has managed to stave off the attacks and managed to lick his wounds. The army is replenishing, almost back to full strength, Legio 3 Sicily. You have some pockets of troops now reforming, gathering at the city of Capsa in the province of Numidia. And we have a little Carthaginian fleet here raiding us. So, we did sail across the Mediterranean, straight south from Italy. Would that be right? Straight south? Kind of, yeah, basically. And we've managed to take the province of Eufranta with our faction leader, Libo, Lucius Julius Libo. And we have Cursor here to the south as well. We've also got a new Carthaginian pirate fleet that's just appeared above us, so next turn we can opt to go attack that. I think with the money we have, we'll take the upgrade and put on level 1 hulls on all of these ships. We're also building a new fleet over at Taurus right now. Something I kind of failed to really dwell on or have a look at properly was that we reached a new Imperium level in the previous episode just when we took that town. So we had a lot of different modifiers change. So basically, we went from +5 loyalty with all political parties to -5, so we went down by 10. Expansionism went down by 10, so that's diplomacy, -10 with everybody. Construction costs got worse by 5%. Public order got worse by 4% in places with foreign culture. We have a tiny increase to influence. We have a loss of food. We were just being given 3 food for free. We don't have that anymore. The political action cost has doubled from 12 to 24%. The incident occurrence cost went from 8 to 15. So that's the chances that random events are going to pop up, and then if we have to pay to deal with it, and the payment has gone up now as well. The cost of recruitment up by 2%, the cost of upkeep up by 2%, and empire maintenance up by 5%. I just thought it was worth mentioning all that because that is part of the reason our income has gone down a little faster than I was really anticipating with building this fleet and things like that. It's all good though. We're at a good size, good healthy size, good war chest, nearly 40,000 in the bank. However, food is in the negative. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to Corsica and Sardinia, which we looked at in the previous episode, and we saw we have a -17 to food right now. We do have some banditry, which caused an event to occur that lowered it a little bit further, I think. But either way, we're just going to turn off taxes here. We only make 1,800, and we let them just leave them to their own devices for food. It's a bit of a weird system, you know, thinking about it. It's like, okay, this province is struggling for food. We turn off their taxes, and I imagine... I just don't really get it. Like, obviously, if you could imagine a place that has a positive amount of food, and you're turning off taxes, and you're turning off food, it's like, okay, we're not going to take your food anymore, and we're not going to take your money. So that's cool. You just leave you to yourself. But for the places that are lacking food, it feels like you shouldn't really be able to just click a button and get rid of that. Now, I totally get it. It's at the gameplay-wise, it's at the expense of the money we get from the province, but I'm thinking immersively, like, what do these people now do? They're just kind of off on their own. Sure, they don't pay taxes, but aren't they going to starve? Like, when we do that, it just went to 0. So it's like, great. I guess the food is what we're taking from them, and we're leaving it to them. Anyway, I'm probably dwelling on this way too long. I'm in game design mode in my head because, well, it doesn't really matter why. But anyway, I'm always thinking about what would I do if I was making this game. Now, right, so I think we'll just end the turn and then see where we can go from there with the fleet. This place is going to have a rebellion. It's at -55 public order, so next turn it'll definitely go down to -100. People mentioned as well that the fleets that are docked consume more food. So this one's only taking -1, so not that bad. This one is taking -1, so again, not that bad. So I don't think that was really the major cause of food disruption recently. Anyways, once we get a lot of these things built, everything will be fine, and we just now need to take LPQY. The idea is that we're going to march Libo all the way up here, take this, and then we have a unified western front to attack from. What I might do then is send Strabo, our new general here, south, and he can go and just land down here and deal with any rebellions that might pop up, and also, perhaps, deal with the Garamantians. That'd be the ideal. Now, one thing I just wanted to do really quickly when I'm looking over the political screen, we have Pontia, one of these characters that we got from one of our events, and I don't really want to marry her into our family, but Strabo here doesn't have a wife, so it'd be perfect. So we'll click her. We'll say that we want to do a political marriage. So you can only do this if the party's loyalty is at least 10, and the target must have less gravitas than the initiator. So he's only got 27 gravitas because he's a new general. He hasn't really done much. She's got 50. It just builds up over time for everybody. So he's the only target. But they'll be fine. How old are you? You're 28. He is... Let's see. He's 35. Oh, that's perfect. All right, get in there. So we lose her as a character. She's out of our... I guess next turn it'll take... Let me just read what that said. The marriage has been arranged and the balance of power has been redressed. I assume next turn should be gone. Anyway, she should appear down there. That's kind of why I wanted to do that. And that way everyone has, you know, an even amount of characters and we can kind of balance the political spectrum a little bit better. Now, they've got a little bonus. Political actions 12. It did say it was just going to give us... I thought... Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, great. They're very loyal. Even with the -10 loyalty drop, people are still pretty loyal, pretty happy, so everything's been managed just fine so far. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. We don't have to go over anything else. I went over it in the previous episode, so I won't dwell on it. We'll just end the turn and see how Carthage react. I don't think there's anything left to build. Any spies to move? Yes. Always forget about those girls. Let's see. Oh, those women. Let's send them up north around the Black Sea. That's where Pompeia Gamella is going. And then Decimus Claudius Nepos is leveled up, so let's see what we can give him. Physician, level up even further. More unit replenishment and growth per turn. That's fine by me. Anything for culture conversion would be nice. I think it's already leveled up, that stuff. I'll have to have a look in this to see what new things we'd want to get. But just in terms of upgrades for current things, loyalty to the political party ruling this region. No, I think I clicked that by mistake. It's an interesting one, but I don't like relying on the buffs for loyalty because I'll forget where they are. And then he'll die of old age and suddenly you have a riot in your hands. Or a civil war, even worse. So let's see what we got. Wealth from industry and building construction. I guess wealth from commerce down here and commercial stimulation is just something I often go for. So we'll leave it at that. As Carthage will be really good with that. But also, he's going to be moving, spreading culture all the time. All right, let's end the turn. I think we're good now. We have an... Oh, yeah. So getting a new Imperium level means we can increase our edicts. Right, so I've just been looking over the different edicts that we have, and I thought I would just provide a quick summary of what's going on. So over in Latium, we have the Sell Slaves edict on right now. So the reason I think I've done that is because I noticed that the income from slaves and the population, which are two separate numbers, by the way, we can see the population in the sub-tooltip here. It's 48% at the moment. I think it was around 60%, so it was getting, like, pretty high. Like, the population of Rome was, like, 60% slaves, or at least Latium. Now, great for economics, bad for public order, right? So that's getting less now because we are rapidly offloading them with the Sell Slaves edict. So negative 25% slave population over time. So it's going down pretty quickly, actually. It's not a direct 25%, but it's 25% of the 48 or whatever. It's going to keep going lower and lower. So yeah, money is going down. So I just thought I would touch on that, and that's the current situation there. So we were previously at nearly 100% economic effect from slaves, meaning our taxes were basically being doubled. So that's getting less and less, but the money in Rome is almost as high as it's ever been. I think it was at 13,000 before, so it's still really, really high. So I'm not too worried about that. Over in Taurus, no edict here, is there? Nope, I guess not. Just trying to see where my other edict is. So we have one currently at, oh yeah, the Bread and Games in Corsica and Sardinia. And now I've just issued Bread and Games down here. Interestingly, they've got two different effects. This one has a -2 to food, whereas this one doesn't. I don't know why. Anyway, it also says this edict will take effect next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure why the actual... Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But the good news would be extra growth, more public order. As the public order builds here, the taxes will increase. It's at currently 8, and it's gaining by 5, I think. God, it's so hard to see that tooltip because the way they're transparent sometimes. This UI mod is really, really good, but I'm just not a fan of the transparency. Other than that, though, I like all the icons and things that it's added. There's probably another sub-mod that I could place on top of this one to replace that if I really wanted to. Because it can just make reading the copious amounts of tooltips in this a little bit difficult with some of the different colors. It should almost just be like a very dark background, I guess. And by default, I think it is just a black background. Anyways, right, that's it. I just thought I would catch people up on the situation there, so let's end the turn.
We live for battle. We dream of it. We relish it as others do a fat goose. And you look plump.
Interesting. So the Vitonis have declared war on us, along with their allies, the Lusitani. So we just looked at this before and saw that the Lusitani were actually growing quite considerable. Well, I say that. I mean, they have 4 towns, but they have a lot of landmass in Iberia. And it's profitable territory out there, so I have no doubt they'll expand further. I'm not going to call my allies to help, my client states. The weird thing with this game is they could just say no, and then they automatically break away. So I don't need them to join the fight. I could pay them to join it later. It's much better to control how you bring them in yourself, rather than to do it in this screen. So we'll just accept the fact that they're declaring war on us. If they want to come at me, go for it. You're in Iberia. I'm not too worried about it, so we'll just leave it. Alright, conflict of the orders, a political incident. A house fire burns a few buildings to the ground. Although it does not spread, the plebs are worried about future fires. And soon a throng gathers on the forum, demanding action. Wait it out, disperse the crowd, promise a solution, or set up firemen. We'll give them the authority to look after their homes. I'm just trying to think about how could this go wrong, you know? What's wrong with that? They'll just have to trust me on this one. I guess set up firemen. I'm just trying to think, would this... Normally these events play off of, like, the people versus the nobles, right? Yeah, I mean, there is lots of little sub-events that could happen, I suppose, but I just don't know. So we'll say set up firemen, okay. I'll pay. I'll help you guys out if that, you know, makes you happy. I want to keep people happy. Rebellion in Euphranta, new political election. The pinnacle of the curse is honor him. This man has brought honor and fame to his family. The consulship is held by only 2 men since the founding. Who's got it? Oh, Lucius Julius Libo. Oh no, Cursor, I think. Has become a consul.
Yes.
I assume it meant him. Let's just check. Oh yeah, he's a current consul. Nice, good job. 12% tax rate in the local province. Man, send him back to Rome. Get a little 12% boost there. Be quite nice. Now, the rebellion, conveniently, has actually popped up right next to Libo. So that's actually quite nice. We don't have to, like, chase it down or anything for too long. I might leave it 1 turn, and then we'll go here. They're not actually recruiting. The Garamantians are not at war with us. We could go and deal with the pirates. That might be a fun little mini-battle. Let's just check our events, I suppose, before I rush into anything. So, Roman village and fishing port has been built at Thapsos. That's been repaired and everything. Unseasonal conditions in a couple of places. You don't really care. Character personality trait. So, Cursor has become a consul. Edict issued. The Brighton Games in Sicily. And hidden agent exposed. Here. Okay, well, no big deal. We'll just move Pompeia Gamella yet again. And we've discovered the... I don't know how to say that. Auchatai? Some Scythians, no doubt, basically. And you're doing fine out here. Okay, cool. So, with all that in mind, let's just go for this naval battle then, shall we? They'll probably back away, yeah. We're more than capable of this one. Now, I think one thing I forgot to do in the last... Oh, shit, I don't know where they've gone. In the last episode was recruit a supply ship. Because I'd like to ferry this army on that navy down south. So we don't have to bring this one all the way back up. Now, they wouldn't actually take that long to get up. Thinking about it, actually. Maybe we will just go with this one while we're still building that fleet up. Now, there is attrition in these waters. So I don't know. Should we just leave the pirates as they are? Out in the deep sea out there, they're taking attrition, I think, and we don't have to worry about them. So I might just see if we can snake around. Just need to get to a place where there's no attrition. So there's attrition here. There's none here. All right, we'll just go that way then. Well, there's the pirates. We could nail them. We just auto-resolve it? I don't know if we need to see it. Let's do a quick naval battle, shall we? A little quick one. Alright, so, to make this battle just go a little quicker, I've already done the deployments. I'll just go over it now super quickly. So basically, the enemy fleet, pirates, we have 2 Carthaginian missile ships here on their left. One of them is their general. This is mirrored on their right, with 2 right here. So this would be the Carthaginian marine archers. Fair enough. Then they have 9 ships in the middle that are all just Carthaginian marines. Assault tetries, or something like that. So they've got 9 of those ships just there in the center. Decent size, 39-meter ships. We have 45-meter ships here in the center to match that bulk that we're going to be going up against. So, got a bit of a weird layout here. The idea is that we have the fire potieres that I want to just send in as an initial bang. Right, hit them with the fire pots, literally. And then we'll ram them with the big ship to follow up. And I'm hoping that we just knock them out in one doing that. So basically, these 4 are my thick quinqueremes, right? Our biggest ships. Then we have the 2 fire pots at the front of each little group there. We then support them with an additional assault bireme. And then on the left, we've got a bulk of missiles, and on the right, we've got a bulk of missiles with our general to go tackle theirs. Might give them this unit as well, little marines on these side, actually. All right, so that's it. Let's go. Ah, and behind us, then, we have our supply ship, of course. All right, I'm just going to start sending these guys forward. So you're going to go there. You're going to go there. I think this will be okay anyway. I hope so. Let's give everyone their target, and then hopefully we can just react to it. Okay. Alright, so same thing on this side. Go there. You go there. There. They're turning to meet me now. I think no one's going for that ship, so you guys can go for that one. Speed up. Nice, this is so cool. The bombs are going to start hitting in first. Good. We're kind of hitting into our own ships there a little bit. But if we get those rams off... Oh, so good. Perfect. Now, they've just hit into mine there. That's okay. Just pull back a little bit and see if we can go again. Come on, hit him in the side. There we go. General's down, just like that. Go for that guy next. Looks like the left is completely decimated, pretty much. We'll just tell these guys to fire like crazy into there then. I think that's it. That was so fast. Holy crap. Alright, we'll just end the battle. That was insanely fast. What was that? 1:22, including maneuvers. Oh my god. Talk about a quick battle. Decimation. Alright, faction destroyed the Carthaginian pirates. We got naval traditions on the fleet, and we can make it all the way up to Syracuse. Excellent. So that was an insanely quick battle. Really well done. We didn't lose any ships either. That might be the first naval battle where I've never lost even just one. I know we weren't against a full stack fleet, but it was a decent amount. And the firepots did their job well. Alright, cool. Let's just sail up to Syracuse. We should be able to replenish from there, actually. Yeah, nice. And... yeah, we'll just try to reach here and pick up our boy Strabo. Or actually, he can make it over. Cool. Yeah, we'll head over. Send him down to Africa. Probably send him across, actually, thinking about it. Oh, no, yeah, no, I did say it would come down here. To avoid the long ship times, though, maybe we will just land and let him walk. Might be better. He might be able to cover more ground that way. Because it's pretty good range. Obviously, this is Libo, so he's able to go pretty far. I'll wait one turn, right? Remember, they're lowering our negative public order, right? We're gaining public order because they're here, so that's pretty good. Euphranta, I can't remember what I was going to go with here. I think a temple is maybe in order, but also possibly an Asia Publicus. Nice to go with another bit of land. A villa. We could get two sorts of food out of this place. Or we could augment it. I think I'd probably said something like a colony. Damn. Guess I shouldn't worry about what I was thinking of saying and just think about it now. These all consume food. The Medicus doesn't, and it gives us a little bit of growth, sanitation, replenishment, citizen gain for population. That might be the one to go with. Instead of putting all our eggs in one basket, we do have this here, the Stationis Vigilum. Which one is that? Ah. A lowered upkeep for all land units. That's interesting. And bonus to the garrison morale, lowered banditry. Negative growth, though. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll go with the Age Republicus. I don't think we need another temple. Oh! I remember. Auxiliary barracks. We don't have one. What's going on here? There's already some good food buildings. Yeah. So we'd leave 3 of those intact and remove one, the one on the bottom right, and make that into an auxiliary barracks. That could be pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably do that. The only thing is like the major population center is up here, so it kind of feels like this is where the barracks should go, and maybe the temple should go in one of these other towns. Oh, what am I saying though? You can recruit from any town. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. So even with the barracks being in this province or in this region, the whole province you're able to recruit from. But whatever region you're standing in is the population you draw from. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. It's all good. Okay, cool. Anyways, right, so that's done. Carthaginian pirates dealt with. We're just going to stay here for one more turn, then we'll push out. We're almost, I would say, when that other army arrives, I'm ready to go push against these two. and then I'm ready to send this one over. So, yeah, we're not too far away from it. We're gaining money all the time. The ship has leveled up. Ship defenders. Upkeep for all ships, but armor, health for all ships, melee defense. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll have to look through these, actually. Movement range for the fleet only. Morale for units. Yes. Movement range again. So at the end of this, you get ramming for bonus for all units. Yes, go with that then. Able seamen. So the Masters of the Sea, that's going to be movement range, but then also morale. Okay, those two are pretty good. Alright, anything else to worry about? We've lost some favor with our trading partners and things, and it'll just be declining over time. It's tempted to give some gifts out with some of the money that we have. Does Epirus want to trade yet?
Greetings, honored guest.
No. And they're slipping, I would say, a little bit. They've fallen into the friendly category. The Galisi. Might leave it for another little bit, but because I don't know. Our money, we're not making as much money anymore, so I kind of want to keep it just for political incidents and things. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, don't like seeing people get less happy with us. Now, can we get more food here? Goes up to 8 food if we level that up. If we can handle the public order. I think we can. Same with this. We'll try that as well. So, some really big negatives to public order. So hopefully these public fields and stuff will help with that. The military thing doesn't help with public order. This does, and this will. Okay. Might need something else. We'll think about it as time goes on. Plus, we've got the governors, I guess, which will help. Right, Legio 1 Latium. They've leveled up also. Oh no, it's actually Lucius Libo. So, religious building construction costs in the local province are reduced. That's really good, because obviously he's on campaign all the time. Yeah, just go with that again, and upgrade this one as well. Alright, cool. Let's go. Just at the start of this turn, Carthage moved, and they were actually pretty far away from the Maezizli army, and I was like, great, we'll be able to just take them down one by one, but then the Maezizli caught up, so it's interesting that they're actually keeping together like that. Anyway, governor is leveled up, all good. Ludi Romani, it's a little event that gives us a bonus to Latin cultural influence in all regions and public order. We read this one before, I believe. Construction report, right, fountains in Carthagedasht, and the Shrine of Jupiter in Carthage as well, a villa in Euphranta, and Stationus Vigilum in Thapsos. So a lot of our buildings are getting completed, which is good to see. And money is still pretty good. Right, how's the rebellion doing? Alright, we're just going to go for them now. It's still a little early. We could wait, but I'd like to start thinking about moving over to LPQY next turn. Alright, so we'll just knock these guys out. They're a nothing rebellion. I somehow lost 400 men, and we'll just kill those guys then. Oh, some of them survived, actually. It's annoying. Oh, no, they're dead. Good, good, good. All right, military traditions. Great. Great to hear. We're gaining 18 public orders still. Now just 5, and we're not replenishing, so we may as well just move. So we'll move to the edge of our borders. Back up to 18. It's good. All right, so with all these new traditions... Less attritional losses when besieging. Let's just boost some of the things we have already to their final number. So that basically has given us increased melee attack and defense skill, increased movement speed for all light and very light infantry units, missile damage, increased missile attack and shots per minute, as well as morale in foreign territory, and number of battle captives. Okay, cool. Let's level up the farm. Right, so we've 3 different farms. We can't do warhorse breeding because we need the resource to actually do that, and then we can make it ourselves. So which one gives us the most? That's 8 food. That's 16 food if you bring it all the way down. This one is good for replenishment. Lowers banditry actually as well. Interesting. It's not very much food though. You only get like 4. Yeah. And then the livestock resource. Cattle ranch, 8. Well, ultimately, this one gives us the most with the least negatives. So we'll go with the irrigation ditches or farmings. Just the farms, I guess. Right, we can also level up the temple. We went with this one for the most cultural boost. Could also convert it to something else if you wanted just more public order or something. But we'll stick with this, culture boost. Shrine of Jupiter. Alright, cool. So next turn we go for LPQY. We've dealt with the rebellion, not too worried about it. This guy is like fully replenished now, so he's ready to go. I don't want to step out. Well, we could step out and not go into patrol stance. I just don't want to do patrol stance because we might get attacked. Although, who could get me at this point, right? They're pretty far away. Okay, we'll do patrol. We'll risk it. If he gets ambushed, so be it. You're ready now to pick up this army. So we're going to step you out. Bring you in. Bring you in. Transfer you across. The reason I'm doing that is just for the minimal impact to movement. Didn't seem like it worked though. We still have very little movement. Okay. And then you can go back. Right, so we're on the boats. We could just go across. Actually, if we bring Strabo across here, he could help with the fight straight up. And that way it's only one turn rather than taking 3 or 4 to get down. It only takes 2 turns to get down there. Why did it take us so long? I don't get that. That was what I was so surprised about. I was like, geez, it's going to take 4 turns just to go south. There's no difference here. I don't know why that is. Maybe someone in the comments might know. Like, I know it's autumn, but it said that no matter what, it was going to take 4 turns going straight down. And we left from Syracuse, so yeah, weird. I don't know. Right, anyway, I'm just going to go straight across. It's only 1 turn. We'll drop off at the Cothan or whatever. And we'll use Strabo. His first little... He's got a really good legion, doesn't he? Like a fresh... Oh, yeah. Get him in there. And yeah, he can help fight the fortified armies. And then we're just going to push straight west. And maybe Strabo can come down and defend this area while Libo makes his way back up. Alright, cool. Just upgrade this guy as well. Wealth from agriculture, wealth from industry. Anything for... No, not really. For culture and stuff. I'm just going to upgrade then some of these things. They're only really going to affect you if you're running commercial stimulation, which we're not. And what's our population at now, slave-wise? It's down to... Wow, 26%. I think we did lower it by 25 straight up. Oh, I thought it was 25% of the slave population, but it actually just straight up lowered it by that amount. Okay, then. If that's the... And so how low are we income-wise there? We only lost 600 income. It's not really not that bad. We'll turn back on commercial stimulation. Stimulation. Let's see how we get on now. Now we have 19 bonus to public order because there's barely any slaves anymore, causing negatives. All right. We'll just get the supply ship on this little fleet here. And actually, I can start moving them out now. Now, you were meant to be just like sort of an admiral that kind of was acting as a governor here, right? We'll need one of those actually down here. Maybe not this turn, but next turn we'll recruit a little admiral general that just stays in the port of Carthage and then like levels up and gives us tax bonuses and stuff. Ooh, look at this. We have a little fleet. That might be perfect for you guys to go towards. In fact, you don't need supplies thinking about it. Let's just start sailing around to them now. See if we can chase them down. Now, are the... Oh, the Illycrivones are up here as well. Enemy transports, 13 men. They might end up attacking this town next turn. That'd be so annoying. Alright. Maybe we can get a peace deal going with you guys. Can you leave me alone? They've asked for peace a few times.
Afterlife, spare my ass. Well, why do you trouble my digestion today?
Here you go. Oh, give me 600 and we'll get peace. Thank you. Alright, so back off, yeah? Back off. Oh my god, they totally had me. A whole stack here, 17... I mean, they didn't have this town. Probably not, anyway. 17 units, though. Yeah, interesting. They could have made landfall in Sicily, for sure, and shaken things up a bit while we're moving. But at least we've nipped that in the bud before it got too bad. A little bit too easily. Alright, and they had to pay me, which was the weird thing. Anything else? We have 17 food. We could actually turn back on Corsica and Sardinia. No, we couldn't. That is negative 23 food now. Jesus Christ. Africa, could you be taxed? You actually could. Not that we need it, but why not? The public order stays really high, so sure. We'll do it. You could do patrol stance as well, thinking about it. If we get ambushed by the Garamantians... Yeah, I'm not going to risk that, actually, because it is Libo. Don't want that to happen. Alright, we'll end the turn. Bonk.
Would remember with kindness.
They want military access. Egypt want military access for 7,700. It's so tempting, but no. It'd be great for us to go through and do something. Well, I guess not really. We don't need it, and we don't want them to walk through for sure, so no. If they offered me 7,000, it might be a different story.
My lord is willing to lay
Peace
down the
with
sword.
Massilia again?
It
We're
is
going to have
not
to say no. Their territory is all ripe for the taking.
A token, perhaps a modest gift of coin, would have my people see you in a new light.
This is a very interesting one. The Rutini will join our war against Carthage for 7,700. Carthage lost their town here. Oh no, they have Taraco. Oh yeah. So you do border them. Interesting. No. I want all these towns, so no. If you asked me many turns ago, I would have said yes, but now that they're losing, it's not really advantageous.
A token, perhaps a modest gift of coin.
No. Oh, I love it. All these delegations and deals coming our way, but none of them are hitting the sweet spot just yet. Conflict of the Orders. Oh yeah. The most prominent plebs are assigned to check for fire hazards. These measures appear sufficient, as no fire erupts on the day, or indeed the day after. The patricians have paid no attention to the affair, it seems. So the patricians +1 loyalty, so that was fine. And then content plebs. So we've had that a few times, so another 8 turns of just happy plebs. And that keeps stacking, so we're up to 12 still. So yeah, we've been maintaining that actually for a long time now. Pompeia Gamella. I'll just keep moving her around this so I can't even see where you can go. Oh yeah, that's why. That's the Arch Bosphorus. Good faction to play as. I recommend them actually if you ever pick up this game. Where you're playing Divide et Impera. That faction has a really interesting kind of hybrid between Greek, like they're Greek in origin, but they have like Scythian elements, and they also have like really good spear archers, if I recall correctly. Anyways, right, we're ready to just roll in there. Let's go. Alright, Libo's done his job. Occupado. And that gives us the full province. Excellent, finally. Right, so in that respect, we'll turn off the bread and games that are up here. Cancel that edict in Sicily. And down here, we can do Romanization. Conversion to Latin culture. And construction time is reduced by 1 for all buildings. We'll still commit to building that Medicus. And we'll start converting the main town. We could convert this as well. Fishing port. Convert the farm. And then delete this. This will be our auxiliary barracks. It's a local African settlement. +4 diplomatic bonus with Numidians, and +4 Numidian cultural influence. I don't think so. So see you later. Alright, great. Everything's working just fine. Now, where's that fleet? So we'll continue bringing Strabo across. You can pop out now. Stare your enemies in the face. And you can dock. The army can hop out. Alright, we have arrived. Strabo is here. And the Carthaginian fleet is within reach of this fleet, interestingly. Sure, we'll give it a little tap. A little one tap. And back it off. I actually forgot. I mean, if these guys were my enemy, we could just sink their transports. I didn't forget. I suppose it was like... there was a chance we could have still done that. And it looks like they were going to land here and go straight into the heart of Italy, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll just bat these guys away. Why not? Cursor can go chase them down. Good. Get out of here. Alright, cool. Alright. Well, actually, you don't need to dock for another 8 turns. So we'll leave you out there. This fleet can, maybe we should stay around this area and just patrol just in case anything happens. So we'll stay up and around Corrales. I don't think anything's going to come from Greece. Alright, so just for another quick sit rep, we've finally gotten this entire province. We're Romanizing it. The Garamantians should move out of our territory based on this. Now, are they a client state or anything, or are they just independent? They're independent. They're at war with Pergamon and Egypt. They're defensive allies with Maysisli, who we're at war with. So it's tempting just to go for them, but the idea is that we're going to bring Libo up. So we'll have 2 armies here pushing west, and then we'll have 2 armies here dealing with these 2, and we'll leave it with just 1. Strabo can stay back managing Africa as a province, dealing with anything that might crop up in terms of rebellions, that kind of thing. Because it's such a lengthy and wide province, it would be silly not to have someone maintain it. And I think our fleets could probably maintain some of these ports that are further away. Now, why are we doing that with Libo? I just got a little bit of role play, bring Libo up to the front line. I just think it makes more sense. Obviously, just leaving him there gameplay-wise would be just as good with Strabo, although technically he is the better general. Yeah, do we want to upgrade any of these? They all consume more food. Our food has just gone up massively since we took Africa. So Corsica and Sardinia, we could turn that back on now. So now we still have a surplus of 11. And we make 1696 from Caralis. Yeah, that's alright. Charge money for everybody, no problems. But yeah, we have to decide where we're going to go next in terms of which towns will upgrade for different things. I think in Latium it makes the most sense just to always double down on upgrading this place first and trying to sustain it elsewhere. So we'll upgrade both the salt mines in the town and the wine vineyards in the town itself. So it'll take 10 turns to see that, but it should net quite a lot of money in the end. Anything else for us to click and do? I don't think so. We could check politics. It's been a while. Seeing loyalty across the board. She's still here, which is strange to me. You should definitely be over there. We married you off. So I didn't think I should be able to do anything. He has a wife. It's definitely happened. But you're in my family and in the other nobles category. It's strange. Yeah, maybe reloading will fix it. But also, he's got things. Cultural conversion. Yeah, sure. You're in Africa now. And maybe the experience gain for cavalry units. He has a pretty bog standard army, right? Like a really not good at any one thing, but has a bit of everything. We'll give him the cavalry. Why not? Melee attack for sword units. That might be good because he's got a lot of hastati. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right, he's got a bunch of bonuses now. So I think we're going to leave it there for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go straight into battle against these two, no matter what happens. I mean, if they back off, I guess it won't happen. But if they stay in this area, or they might come at me, we're going to bring our two armies up and fight their two armies, fortified or not. If we fight a fortified army, the other one will come and join in. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to have to leave it there, right in the precipice of more battles and starting our western push. But I'm confident things will go well. Libo plus Gnaeus Agrippa are going to move together against Capsa. These two armies are going to move together against these guys. Once they're out of the way, Strabo can stay back and Brutus can just keep moving forward. That's the plan. And we'll see how we get on. We can start raising another army back in Italy soon, just to protect it. We can see from the radar, these guys continue to expand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 regions now. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think these might have a fifth one, although I might have said this before. I feel like there's a town in there. I'm not counting. I'd have to look at it myself, but I feel like there's one there, but I could be wrong. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We're going to be speeding up a little bit more now.